right? You have it really early. Isn't it crazy how hungry you are at 2 for a giant meal? That's not typical, right? Like the day before at 2 o'clock, you weren't like, oh man, I'm waiting for the turkey and everything to come out. But what happens? You smell it, right? You're starting to think about it. And what's happening is that serotonin is coming. It's sending signals of ghrelin and others that are saying, hey, let's get ready to eat. Appetite comes. So at 12 hours, what happens is your serotonin levels get balanced. They get normalized. And so you'd find yourself after 12 hours of not eating, not being nearly as hungry. Right? When you wake up in the morning and you miss breakfast at 10:30, you're like, I'm so hungry. But all of a sudden, if you kept going around 2 o'clock, you're not nearly as hungry. You guys ever notice that?
Yeah.
Right? What's happening is your body is starting to normalize that serotonin level. Now, also at 12 hours, you're also beginning to release toxins. In your body, you have millions, and probably, I won't say millions because it's way higher than that. Avogadro's number, 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd, right? Like to have the molar equivalent of molecules in your body that are of toxic proportion. Right? We all do. Scientists have deemed these forever chemicals, forever toxins. Meaning once they're in your body, when you were 3 months old and you ultimately went up to that lead paint and hit the wall, it's still living there, Barry. Still there, Barry. Right? It's a forever toxin. It's sitting there. You can do everything you want to try to get it out. It's not coming out. Right? Except they've shown through intermittent fasting, going long periods without eating, those fat cells, which most of those toxins are living. The reason fat cells are doing this is because, man, they're oily, they're sticky, they like to gum up stuff. But through this time, during this intermittent fasting, more fat cells are beginning to release not only a lot of the lipids that they've been storing, right? But also a lot of those toxins with them. Wow. So at 12 hours, our appetite's starting to get normalized. At 12 hours, all of a sudden, we're starting to release all of these toxins at the cellular level into our body to be removed. Now, do we dare go longer than 12 hours without eating? It can be done. It can be done. All right, 24 hours. Guess what? You see this result back here? Twice as much lean muscle mass retention as a heart-healthy diet? Wait, this goes against everything that I've been hearing. I have to eat every 3 hours to ultimately maintain my muscles, right? If I don't eat every 14 seconds, right? You got these people that got these like meals in like certain areas, so every like hour they're eating like the tuna fish or whatever it is, right? I've got to keep eating, I've got to keep eating, I've got to keep eating. We saw this, twice as much muscle retention, and why is that? Guess what's happening at 24 hours? Your body is starting to make its own HGH. That's right. You're making your own HGH. So while the guy down the street is ultimately spending thousands of dollars, you're like, man, I'm making mine for free. Right? HGH is great. Not only does it help retain muscle, it does a variety of other powerful components in our life with respect to youth and vitality. Right? This is one of the main reasons why animals that kind of have gone through these types of studies of intermittent fasting live significantly longer. Powerful, powerful. Now, 36 hours. Uh-oh. This is getting to be like a type of political fast where we're ending wars, right? Like, I refuse to eat until, no, 36 hours, it can be done. And this is why we'll talk a little bit about how this Isagenix system makes this a reality. 36 hours, you've got a process called autophagy. Autophagy. Auto, and then this is phagy. Auto means self, and then phagy means eat. Autophagy, self-eating. But that's not you where you're like 36 hours, you know, like gnawing on your arm. That's not what that means, right? What that means is you have these old cells in your body. They're not functioning very well, right? I think the scientific term for those old cells Or like John Morrissey's, I think. And, just kidding, John, just kidding. Where is he? Oh, there he is. All right. John Morrissey cells, right? These old ones. Just kidding. These old cells. Now, they can be detrimental. They can be detrimental. And they just kind of hang around forever. But here's the beautiful thing. 36 hours, all of a sudden your body's making these younger cells. These younger cells, they're getting hungry. Guess what they're going to do?
Eat the old ones?
They're finding those old cells. And they go right after them, and they consume them. And what you're doing is you're ultimately replenishing those old cells that will just kind of hang around and be potentially detrimental, being consumed by these young ones. All right, so here's this beautiful thing. Now, I want you guys to spend the next 48 hours, don't eat. Good luck. How many of you on a Sunday night after your 7th bowl of ice cream? Right? Or if you guys are like me and you're like, I only had 1 bowl, but it had 7 scoops, right? You sit here and you're like, tomorrow, I'm not eating the whole day. How many times after a big meal do you say, I'm never eating again? Right? How many of you guys have done that? And then you wake up in the morning. Literally, you just ate like 10 o'clock the night before, you're feeling guilty. You wake up in the morning, you walk out, and you're like,
cereal.
That's a jelly donut. Just had a nibble. You find yourself eating. You guys, we've all attempted to do this. You can't. It's hard to do it alone. Here's the challenge. So all of these articles showing the benefit of intermittent fasting, they always leave out one detail. Difficult to do by yourself. And the Isagenix system is designed to help you maximize the benefits and make it adaptable and make it not a diet, make it a lifestyle. So let's talk a little bit about what that means using shake days and cleanse days. Okay, shakes, meal replacement shakes. Everyone can say they have a meal replacement shake. The difference is to make sure your meal replacement shakes act functionally in an intermittent fasting system, which means you need it to help you feel full, you need it to have the right balance of macros, you need it to have the critical nutrients that are important to help you throughout the day. All of these things, even including simple trace minerals that we are simply not getting from our diet. Let me tell you a little bit about what trace minerals are. Trace minerals, we all hear of certain minerals, calcium, right? Make sure you get your calcium. Our body is like 99.999% like 9 different atoms. Hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, calcium, right? Then you've got these like 0.001% of like other minerals. And then you have these things where it's like way far out, like way far out. 99.99999, and you got these tiny little things. We call those trace minerals. Now, scientists, we don't even have like a daily value for them because they're so small. But we know that they're required for optimal health. So here's the thing. It's very small. We know it's required for optimal health. And it's just not in diets anymore. This is the equivalent of you going on a plane. Right? You're getting ready to take off, and the mechanic says, oh, there's 3 bolts left over. And you're like, well, 99.99999% of the plane's pretty good. Well, let's take off. That's kind of how our bodies have been operating, right? What those trace minerals are is utilizing critical things of making sure that those 3 bolts are where they're supposed to be. Right? So your plane is optimal. So this is the idea behind these Isagenix shakes. So they're designed to make you feel full. Take it for breakfast. Take 1 for lunch. Simple. Now that doesn't mean take 1 for breakfast, then have breakfast as well. Take 1 for lunch, have 1 for lunch as well. Have 1 for breakfast, have 1 for lunch. Now, I'm also going to talk to you a little bit. This is $3 per serving. How much is the number 6 at McDonald's?
$3.59.
Everyone know, raise your hand if you know. How much is it? I like you. Yeah, let's do the lunch. About $6? Yeah. All right. So before you're spending $6, $7, whatever it is. 3, here's what's powerful about the Isagenix system. You're going to save money as well. 24 pounds over 12 weeks, you're going to save money, and you're going to have a lot more energy and lean muscle mass. Yeah. Okay. How awesome. How awesome.